So, how do you deal with negative emotions that come up from past events? Okay, this is really important because life happens. You're going to have emotions that don't feel desired to you. And so, the first thing you want to do actually is to not label them as negative. Don't label them as bad. I understand that people think that frustration and anger, they don't want to feel those. Those are fine. It's just undesired emotions that don't feel great, but don't label them as unwanted or negative automatically, okay? Because you always assign meaning to things. The second step I really want you to do, and I'm going to branch this out into two things, okay? One, I think I really encourage you to become the observer. Encourage you to become the observer because they go hand in hand with the second part. When you become the observer of your emotions and really just recognize how it feels, just become aware of how it feels in your body. So, is there a tightness in your chest area? Are you feeling tingles in your fingers? Is your head pounding about it when you're angry or frustrated? I'm using that as an example. And then I want you to separate how you're feeling in the body from the event that triggered that anger, that memory from a past event that triggered that. I want you to separate it. I just want you to be aware and acknowledge that, okay, this is what I'm physically feeling right now. And I want you to no longer associate this physical feeling that you're feeling of this physical representation of your emotion that you're feeling, this anger or frustration, from the event that occurred in the past. Okay, so that's the second part, is disidentifying the two of them. So become the observer and then basically unlinking the two things. The event is no longer linked to the emotion. And then I want you to just allow that emotion, allow that physical feeling to pass through you, because it's just, emotion is energy in motion, right? Allow it to dissipate and pass through you, because you don't want to suppress it or reject it or fight it, because that just either keeps it down or it's going to rear its ugly head again later on because you haven't really dealt with it. And this is the way that you deal with it. You basically allow those emotions to drain away, and then you will become back to a more neutral and calm place, because we are, by default, we are source, we are light, we are love, right, at our highest level of true self and authentic self. So allow that to shine through and allow that to come through. And I get it, it can be tough at first to get into the habit of this, but the more that you practice this, becoming the observer and then no longer linking that emotion, that seemingly negative emotion, don't label it as negative, but that emotion that's undesired for you to feel, allow it to pass through you, and don't, and unlink it from that past event that you think that caused that emotion, okay, and that memory. And that is how I would deal with this. And then once you're in a more neutral and calm state and recognizing that you are power, you are aware, I am awareness, I've talked a lot about this, decide that what it is that you want to manifest. Do you want to manifest a different version of SP? Do you want to manifest a different, maybe you can even go back and revise whatever it was, whatever it may be, okay? So I hope this helps. This is essentially my recommendation in how to deal with unwanted and negative emotions, especially from past events. It's not the end of the world. It doesn't really hurt your manifestations. It's simply just an emotion. You just have to unlink it from what you thought in the past that it was linked to, and allow it to pass through you, and then move on. That's about it.